Hi friends, this is Bhushan Nemlekar on Dahisar Connect, and today I have got Sauraj Patil. I had mentioned to you in my feature earlier that Sauraj is a guest, he's a friend, and he is in US presently. But yeah, he was a Dahisarite and very successful in the field of music. Hi Sauraj, how are you?
Hi, sir. I'm good. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're my family, so it's been a long time that I couldn't connect with you because you were busy with your studies, I mean, your masters, and I thought I wanted you to properly settle in whatever you're doing. So, my friends, Sauraj had a sound station as his, music place where he used to coach students. It was a recording studio also, and we used to get guitars of different shapes and sizes, and I think the best in the world at this, so under one roof, isn't it, Saurabh? That's what sound station
Ye-
was. Could you just
Yeah,
define
it was
your,
basic.
uh, you know,
Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely define sound station. So it was a place where I wanted somebody who would want to record even the smallest jingle,
yeah,
where you could buy an instrument, and also where people would come to learn. And all this is like a single organization where if you have one student or a kid who would want to come and buy an instrument and also learn, because they don't have to go to a separate building or city to learn. So that's what the environment was all about.
yeah. But this was when actually, when did you establish sound station?
I think I started it around 2014. I had a similar smaller business related to that previously before that. But to give you a little bit of a context, I finished my engineering in 2013. I'm
Okay.
a computer engineer. And while I was doing my engineering, to give a little bit of context, I met Mr. Viresh Loni, who still is one of the greatest people I've ever met, and he is my mentor. He keeps inspiring me just like you inspire me, sir. But
Thank you so much.
he put this thought of you know uh, following your passion along with having a education as well as academic background with you, and he had a similar business. He's doing exceptionally well for himself, but that's the kind of value that I wanted to bring to our area of Daisar Borivali, because that's where my parents are from, that's where all my friends are from, so I have an attachment to that area. So I started a small I started with one store and a website, because I am an engineer. I wanted to have some kind of online presence, something. So it started with one store where we would teach kids and also sell guitars, drum kits, a lot of stuff, as well as then in a couple of years it became three retail stores, a big massive online community, as well as a recording studio, which one of my very good friends, Akshay Vairagi, happened to help me with. He is also doing exceptionally well for himself right now. So that was the whole journey in short, and um, I have the privilege of being honored by teaching thousands of kids who still remember me, and that's what I earned majorly from all this, having to be a little part of those kids life growing up, being a part of their musical journey, as well as being that person who slightly inspired them to do out of the box.
Great, great. So, I mean, this is the foundation of what sound station was. But we'll go a little further down, where in your schooling days, like which school were you from? Just for my viewers to know, because now that you're in US, let's cherish
Mhm.
those memories about your school.
I'd love to. This is what I came for. So
Okay.
I went to St. Francis DSSC High School in
Yeah.
IC Colony, Mount Poisey.
Hmm.
Uh, Love the memories, but that's where my schooling happened. And one of the best things that happened there with me was goes to a lot of musician folks, as well as really smart engineers, people who went on to go to IIT, and half of my school is already in the US. So that's where the foundation began. One of the core memories I have is performing music in my ninth grade and my 10th grade in front of a bunch of people, and then that's what boosted my confidence. I also scored pretty well in my 10th standard. I got some 82%, which is fair.
Reasonably good. Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
reasonably
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So yeah, I tried to balance both, and my parents always supported me in that. So that's the school, that's the memories, and a lot of good things happened because of my me being in that school.
Great. Do you have memories of your friends and your teachers? so that when they are watching, because I'll be connecting to most of them, I'll be sending this to most of the St. Francis people who I know. So, do
Right.
you remember good things
Yeah,
about
I
school?
absolutely. I remember Mr. Sir Lewis. We used to call Sir Lewis. He was the math teacher, and he was exceptionally like a great teacher. But there were a lot of fun banter going on. You know how boys' school kids
Yeah, yeah.
are, right? The
Hmm.
back, everybody is a backbencher in a boys' school.
True, true,
So,
true.
so,
Okay.
so there was a lot of banter between them. I also have a memory with a bunch of my schoolmates. It's majorly people who I then formed a band with. Varun Hegde is one of my closest friends. He works for Amazon. He's from Borivali as well, but he now lives in Seattle here.
Yeah.
He was the one of the best singers in our school and happens to be one of my good friends. And we formed a band later. So in like writing lyrics of songs for him in the middle of a recess or something. Those are some of the memories. I also think we performed at the farewell for school, and like these are the memories that I still have and I cherish. I still remember the smell of my computer class when I first went in fourth grade or fifth grade.
But that's
You know,
something
they,
different, huh? Remembering the
yeah,
smell of the computer class.
yeah.
Great.
I don't
Hmm.
know why it's a
Yeah.
very peculiar memory. So
Hmm.
I remember that, and I remember that that back in the day, this is maybe 2001 or two or something, that where computer class was a big deal. Now everything is like based on computers. I work in tech myself, so I can't even deal without a computer. But that time, it was a special thing. You know those like the mice with wires, and we will remove the
Yeah.
ball out of the mouse for some reason.
Okay.
So I have those memories with school.
Yeah, that was fancy at that time because laptops and computers were, I think getting into every household at that time, maybe. But it's good. I want to ask you, how did you get into string music, like, as you call the guitar? What made you, what fancy was it, or what motivated you to do that?
So I believe in the universe creating situations and
Hmm.
opportunities for
Hmm.
us. So one of my cousins, he randomly thought that he should learn guitar. This
Hmm.
was in eighth standard, and he told me, I go to this one person who teaches guitar. You should join too.
Yeah.
And trust me, sir, if he would have said drum kit, I would have been a drummer today. If he would have said saxophone or something, I would have been that instrument. I completely give this credit to my cousin who said that I'm learning guitar. Why don't you join?
So you were
So one of the
impressed.
things
You
that,
were impressed. Sorry to interrupt you. Were you impressed
yeah,
by it?
yeah, I was impressed by it.
Right.
Because I didn't come from a background where I was like, seeing guitars and drum kits every day. So any small introduction, I got impressed with the kind of course, my father used to make me sit and listen to music all the time. He used to, even though he's not a musician, he has always taught me how to discriminate between two different types of musical instruments. He would make me sit and listen to Mohammad Rafi, Kishore Kumar sir, all these like legends. Lataji is for me is a goddess, and he gave me this. He gave me this gift. So that's how my inclination was, and then I just went and I started learning music.
Okay. So that's how you thought of going into music and guitar per se. I mean,
Yeah,
particularly.
for guitar, yeah. For to answer just guitar that way, but then my journey went from somewhere else to
Yeah,
somewhere
the
else.
next question by default is how did you even think? Because see, ultimately you became a global phenomenon. Why I'm saying global? Because I think you moved across the globe with most of the legendary singers or maybe great singers like you have Neha Kakkar ma'am, then Sonu Nigam sir. So do you have any other names to where you can even speak about them like
Yeah,
besides these two?
absolutely. Absolutely. I once sat down and counted, how lucky I am to be, just be around. So with Sonu sir, I have toured with him. I have not performed with him, but I was part of the same tour that he was. But Neha Kakkar, who is one of the greatest performers on
Yeah,
stage,
yeah.
I was with her for 7 years as a lead guitar player.
Mhm.
But I have counted that I've played with at least 35 playback singers in my entire span of 7 or 8 years. One of the special moments was to perform with Abhijit Sawant, who was the first winner of Indian Idol. He
Yeah.
is somebody who every single person knows. He might not be somebody who is singing a lot of like Bollywood songs or something, but he is at a different level. And his humility is what taught me a lot of things that, somebody at his level is being so down to earth, and the way you treat people is how I perceive that person. So that being one, and then I've performed with a bunch of music directors. There was a time where I was on stage with Neha in London, and Vishal Dadlani from Vishal Shekhar happened to join us. I have met A.R. Rahman sir during some performance, and I was very lucky to, take pictures with all these people. Jonita Gandhi, even I've met Atif Aslam on, I think we were doing Middle East or something. Some of these people I would have never thought I will, even see. I've shared stage with them, so I was lucky. One of the incidents I can share was when I did my first ever North America tour. I am just a guy from Dahisar. I never
No,
imagined
I,
myself to.
I beg to differ over here. You're not just a guy from Dahisar, you know why? Dahisar, you have made us proud. Now it has gone on the global map. So, we are definitely proud that we live in Dahisar and people like you have made
Yeah,
it big. So I'm very
absolutely.
happy.
Yeah, no, I meant is I'm just a guy from India. That's what I meant. Like I'm
Yeah.
just a
No, no,
regular person
no
who
offense.
is
No offense,
a.
please.
Yeah, yeah, no, no. I didn't I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I just wanted to say that I'm just a person from
No,
like
very
a
small
I
place.
went
That's
to
what.
a regular school,
Yeah,
a regular
yeah.
life. I don't come from a background of musicians or business people or something. That's what I meant.
Yes, yes.
And then when I like first took it was Chicago, I still remember. Uh, I was sitting on stage in awe that how did I reach this point in life?
Yeah,
Like
how do
what
you feel? I
what
mean,
did
how do you, if you just reminisce all the journey, do you feel maybe 20 years back when you maybe pretty young was, school or college going kid, this is something like a dream for you, right?
Absolutely. I still think it's a dream. I'm living in a dream.
Mm.
20 years ago, that's what I meant when I said that.
Mm.
I would sit in my.
I have lost contact, Sauraj. I'm not able to connect with you. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now. I mean, there was a lag. I
Yeah,
mean, I just lost
that's okay.
internet connection was an issue. Maybe.
Right. I think yeah, we are fine now, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I still feel I lived a dream. I lived like a really long dream because, as I said, I come from a. I wouldn't say I'm not privileged. I come from a pretty privileged. My parents gave me everything possible that they could. So I'm pretty lucky in that sense. But to think of being a musician coming from my parents work for the government, so there was no discussion about like going on stage and this and that. For me, it's always been a dream, and I would like to give all my credit to everybody else other than me, who was there present around me. My parents, my wife, Viresh sir, Clinton, all my friends who are musicians, who are extremely caring about what I feel, and then they created this space for me. So that's how I reached that. I completely believe that. And opportunities kept coming. And I think I've been taught to, grab the opportunity as soon as you see them. You don't miss out on work. And one of the things I always believed was no work is small. That's how I reached the big stage. I didn't. My first show wasn't in the US. My first show was somewhere in Lonavala, or like a small
Yeah,
show. But
yeah.
for me, it was a big show.
So you
For
walked the
me,
ladder actually. You actually did not just jump.
absolutely.
Yep.
Nobody who I know who is successful has just seen success on the first day. It is impossible to do that. And then if you do that, it's always downhill. Nobody has seen success for a long term by just becoming successful on day one. I did my own. I went and recorded for films, 12 hours of sessions. Uh, Going back, I'm just going back from point A to how I reached the playing in 16 countries, 16 cities in a single country and stuff. So I
Mhm.
started by uh, working on certain films. I still have credits on those, and then I kept practicing, going for recordings. Uh, then, since I was also running a business, I also thought that I should go and play music. I never wanted to be a global guitar player or somebody who plays on stage or something like that,
Yeah.
but it just happened to me. So yeah, I feel it's phenomenal thing that happened with me, and I still like feel very lucky about it.
Probably, yeah, you were even blessed by the Almighty and you were there at the right place at the right time. That also is very important. Some people may not be those privileged, as what you are. So it's great that you are one of my family members who's gone to that level. And
Right.
what is
Thank
a
you.
piece of advice you would like to share to the younger generation who love this stringed instrument? Whether is it so like easy to just get into your shoes, or they have to really work hard?
So I believe, sir, that I would say a very common cliche thing that for any musical instrument or any field or anything, even if you want to be an engineer, consultant, I don't know, teacher or
Yeah,
professor,
yeah, yeah.
anything, you have to work hard. There is no shortcut to
Shortcut.
success.
There's no
There is
shortcut to
no
say.
shortcut.
Yeah.
If you're taking a shortcut, you're fooling yourself. You're not fooling your parents by trying to figure out something because they are your parents. They know what you're doing. So try to work hard. Choose your path to success,
Mhm.
and keep working at it without thinking of results. Like for me, for example, to consider me reaching a global stage, I've played in front of like 2 lakh people at one point.
Oh, great.
From playing in front of like 20 people to 2 lakh people was a huge journey. Of course, thanks to the artist, thanks to the people who created that opportunity for me.
It was a
But it was
teamwork.
because, yeah, it was definitely teamwork. I don't take credit for that, but I happened to be there because I was passionate and I was honest. You have to be honest with your work. And one of the things that I think is all the successful people, they can see through you. They are not foolish to not read people. So be honest. Um, and the main thing is do not leave your education. That is my number one mantra for every single human being. Unfortunately, not everyone can get a degree or something. I feel very bad about that. But if you can, do not leave the chance to get educated. I would say currently in today's economy, even in the US or in India, you have to have a master's degree. If you have that kind of money or if you have the physical capability to take a loan, get a master's degree. I will explain why. I am a computer engineer as well as I've been a musician for more than 10 years, and I've been in the A circuit with musicians. I still feel, sir, today I'm talking to Bhushan, sir, because I'm educated, not because I'm a musician. I feel that I have this confidence, I have this capability of having a good conversation with you because my parents taught me the importance of education.
You're
I
right.
have been to a good school. I went to a good engineering school. I got my MBA. I will talk about my MBA from one of the best universities in the world because my parents made sure that I became an engineer first. Because to give you a short story, the day that I gave my final exam in engineering, my parents had told me, "You cannot become anything other than an engineer." But as long as I finished my paper and came, they're like, "Okay, you are an engineer. Now you are mature enough to do whatever you want in life." But then today, just 3 years ago, when I applied for MBA, because people change, right? I
Yeah.
I wanted to do music. I wanted to be on tour away from family. I did that, but it was time for me to reach in my 30s. I wanted to do something more, more conventional. So I got my MBA. The first thing they asked me is, "What's your education?" Nobody cares about, yeah, because you're getting a master's degree. What's your
Yeah.
bachelor's in? And because I also did music, it helped me because most of the great colleges in the world, they don't just see your marks. They see what you did outside of school. They want to see if you were somebody who took part in diction, somebody who took part in speech, somebody who did debate, somebody who did sports, somebody who was in music. That's how you become a colorful person. Because everyone goes to school, everyone studies, but what you do other than that is what makes you remarkable. The greatest people who you see are founders of the greatest companies are also fans of something else. They are either sports fanatics, they are into technology or something or the other. So one of the
What
things
is the
is,
USP, as what you say? There's a person should have
yeah,
some USP.
exactly. Because
Hmm.
when you're talking to a director or a VP level person, need to have that emotional intelligence to talk to them. You need to have topics to discuss. You need to show them that spark in you. So follow your passion. uh, get educated as much as you can, because in the end your circle will be defined by how you speak to them and how the respect you show, and that comes with education. And one more thing I would like to advise is, how much ever it's possible for you, travel the world or travel across India or whichever country you're watching from, because I would say that majority of the things, the communication, the culture, the way I'm speaking, I've learned is through travel and understanding how people, not just in my periphery, live, but people across the like continent live, and that humbles you down. You are not living under a rock. You see people, oh, this guy has three master's degrees and he is so humble and he's so respectful with everybody else other than him. And I think that because I played music, I should be like the king of the world. It's not how the world works. You have to be humble. Because I've never seen Steve Jobs or Bill Gates be have a bad
Arrogant.
attitude
Yeah.
just because they are so big.
They are not arrogant. They
I've
are
never
very human.
like
They have
somebody
humility.
somebody like Sonu Nigam or Neha Kakkar. They are so nice. They are so down to earth. They speak to you as equals because we are equals. Just because you have a certain stage or certain name doesn't mean that you treat somebody with a different respect. So that's the and it happens because of travel. You talk to so many people, you understand and you learn, and that's what I would like to recommend. Travel the world, educate yourself, and follow your passion.
And be humble, or humility comes with all this.
I think all this will force you to be a humble person.
Oh, that's very nicely said. Yeah, very good. I
Yeah,
want to ask you one more thing, Sauraj. You always appreciate your wife's role. She has played tremendous
absolutely.
role in
Absolutely.
what you are today. Could you just emphasize on that? Because let the whole world know that behind a successful man, there's a great woman who supports
Absolutely.
him.
Absolutely. I can spend hours speaking about the greatness of my wife,
Great.
but she's very special. I know her since she's also a biotech engineer. She
Yeah.
has done her engineering in India and she did her master's here. She also has an MBA. She also has multiple certifications. So she has two master's degrees. She's very smart. She works in
I can
biotech.
see
She does
the
very
loving
well.
husband speaking in this.
Of course, I'm very proud of her.
Very
Uh,
good.
so uh,
Yeah.
yeah, she does she's very organized, and I give a lot of credit for me being where I am to her because um, even when we were I was applying for my MBA, she helped me with how to write a certain we have to write a statement of purpose. She
Yeah.
helped me with that as well, little things.
Yeah.
Because she's very good with communication, writing, all that, and she came to the US before me, so she knew how this country works, and that helped me a lot to understand how to accelerate. Because I've been here for less than 3 years, like fully, as somebody who lives here. I've
Yeah.
been traveling since 2015, but the way she perceives it for 10 or 12 years, I learned that in like a year because she helped me to get through. It's a different culture. The work culture is different. We
Yeah.
don't call anybody sir, ma'am, or, we don't. It's different. It's not good or bad. It's just different. She
Yeah.
taught me the ways of how things work here.
Yeah.
Um, so I give huge credit to her. She has always stood by me in whatever I do. She never said that, oh, you are a musician, you will be out. No, she's like, this is your passion. I will hold the fort. I will do what I am supposed to do. You do what you're supposed to do. We are both mature human beings, and that gives you a lot of support. I keep telling her all the time that, why when I go out and I'm extremely successful and I always bring like victory to the house is because I know that back home
Mhm.
you're there for me, and the situation and the compatibility plus the way we are with each other, it gives me inspiration, and I owe a lot of things to her.
Yeah, it was expected he should speak because I wanted to use this platform for the world to know that how a woman is important in a man's life because you should never underestimate their presence, however successful you are in
Absolutely.
life. And I have always been
Absolutely.
reading about you on, in your social media, your Facebook. You have given tremendous respect to her. And please convey our regards to her and respect for
Absolutely.
Dahisar Connect. And we would
Absolutely.
definitely like to have her on the show with you together so
Yeah.
that, maybe the next time she could join you where we can
Yeah.
discuss
Absolutely.
interesting things about what you both have learned over there. So,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
so what are your future plans? I mean, anything you have on mind? This is thing which I just
Um,
thought of.
yeah, so currently I work in for a company called Grafana Labs. I'm in a tech company, but I work go to market.
Yeah.
My uh, I mean, I've sidelined my musical journey for a while now just to get, to make sure that, I do well for myself in the corporate world. Because after my MBA, I got a lot of, information and a lot of education about how business works, how the American corporate culture works. So I'm focusing on that for the next 3 to 4 years. I'll try to move up the ladder of the corporate success world. And while keeping that going on, I will try to get back into music. My plan is to compose music now. But as soon as I have the frequency and the bandwidth to do it, I will start doing that.
Yeah, please prioritize your music also because that has given you great a name, fame, and as what you are today.
Absolutely.
Parallelly to what you are doing in education, no doubt, you're a master's, you have earned a master's degree. Maybe you'll be having another couple of degrees more that could be on the anvil, but still see that you are a great musician, maybe in the next few years from now. I just want to ask you, maybe concluding one or two questions. Would you like to
Hmm.
speak a few words for your parents because they have done a lot for you? So would you like on
Hmm.
this interview could be
Absolutely.
a platform for them also?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I've told this to every single person I've met how grateful I am to have my parents. Uh, they come from a conventional background as well. They are from a regular, how we are.
Yeah,
Nobody comes from big business or something like that. They never let society define what I should do. They let me define what I will do. Because in the end, they have put this trust in me to be mature enough. Uh, it's not easy for I am the only child. It's not easy. I understand for a parent to just let the an engineering student to become a musician, but they have not once told me that, oh, you should go join as an engineer at TCS or something like that. And I will always appreciate that. I will cherish the fact that they let me do what I want. Because I of course I had to prove that it's going to be worthy because I owe them that kind of respect. It's because I know they are smarter than me. They want to they want me to
they,
do
they,
well.
they trusted you. They trusted what you were doing in life.
Yeah,
That's most
right. Yeah,
important.
yeah. And my only target for at least between 2013 to 2018 was that when my parents walk on the street, their head will be held high because of the things that I do. Because they've already done great things in their life. They are like philanthropic level of people. They help a lot of people. They are very graceful. They have a lot of respect in society. But I wanted them to have the same kind of respect because their son also does some good things in life. And another thing I'd like to share is my parents always taught me indirectly to be competitive in a healthy way because they know how the world works. Nothing is fair. It's not that you stand in the back of line and things will come to you. You have to go and walk right in front, grab the opportunity, and do well. And also humility, because as I mentioned, they taught how none of the work that you do is small or big. You have to be honest,
Yeah,
and I thank them like from the bottom of my heart every single day that I'm here only because of them, and the kind of values they provided to me, the way they perceive my friends, the way they were open to speaking to every single person who I wanted them to speak to, or the way they the way they got me educated. I just want to thank them for that. And then it was my part to do everything else after that.
very good. Last question before we wind up, because
Mhm.
I'm sure you had a meeting. You said post the interview.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
what vision do you have for Dahisar? Because someday or the other, your roots are here. You would like to
Hmm.
visit Dahisar with your family. So
Yep.
where do you see Dahisar? Because Dahisar Connect, my friend has got a vision that it should be on the global map, and people
Right.
like you are really doing well, and we are proud that you are taking it on the global map. Now, what is your vision that we should do for Dahisar?
Absolutely. So I just would like to start by saying that it's slightly off topic, but I have a lot of friends in Dahisar who are doing great stuff. I don't know if you know Saurabh Save and Amit Apte, and they're all Dahisarites, and
Yeah.
they're doing some good things. And the kind of work I was doing in Dahisar in terms of music, I have friends like Ameya, Tejas, Akshay, who are carrying that legacy of doing good stuff. So for me personally, since I don't live there anymore, I hope to come one day and do some good work there. But I want the music community to grow. I would be extremely happy if something like Daisar Connects becomes like a not like a non-profit business, because this is the one of the only platforms that brings all these people up, like people like me. You had spoken to me 10 years ago when I wasn't even doing a lot of big
True.
things.
True.
um, so I would like whatever I can do to help promotion marketing, I would do that. And yeah, I just want to raise a more awareness about two things. One is education. I don't know how I would do that, but maybe in a few months or years, I'll start putting out more social media stuff about how work is done. And I would love for my own community to join and understand it better. And the second thing is I would love to spread about, travel as well as communities like Daisar Connect, where uh, with the right kind of marketing, every house should see videos like these. Every person, even not just Daisa, everyone else around the vicinity should see the kind of work people like you are doing. Your how respectable your family is in the whole area and how much we adore you.
Thank you.
So it should go globally, and I will be there to help you in
Thank you.
whatever way possible.
You can speak to your friends, like Amay and Akshay and everyone. You can
Mhm.
always speak to them to connect with me, and we can, realize your dream for sure. And feel
Right.
free to connect with us. We can team up and do something great in music. Not an issue.
Absolutely.
I want to thank you that you gave your precious time today, and look forward to have more such interactions on the Dahisar Connect.
Absolutely. I'd just like to thank you, sir. I know that your time is precious as well. It's very valuable. And this interview was very special for me. I wanted to share the kind of things, and who better than sharing with you? I adore you and respect you a lot. So thank you for everything.
God bless you and your family, your child, that cute little child. So blessings to all of them.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.